Yeah, thank you.
The other question I have, getting into episode 6, which is super scary. We see Elgin really, it seems like he's being this hero, when he says that he will drive the injured Ellis and Fatima to the clinic. What do you think about what's maybe in Elgin's headspace at that point? Is he just being really brave? Is he trying to be heroic? Is he just not thinking and doing? What would you
Yeah,
say about that?
yeah, a similar one. It's that's weird. That's the first time also he decides that he's going to help someone and
Okay.
not just save himself and survive, right?
Right.
And it's also I like it's one of the first times where he's not uh fixated on what his dream was and being pulled through that, right? And
Okay.
I feel like
Yeah.
for Elgin, it was the connection that he started to develop with Fatima,
Mm-hmm.
and um, that he felt like, yo, I have to help this person, even though he
Sure.
doesn't know Ellis, right? But he sees
Right.
how distraught, Fatima is, and as well as there's a bit of like, I guess, guilt in there because he feels like, yo, it partially was, you know, his fault. Like he didn't step up earlier, and now this is what happened. So maybe this is how he can also say, you know what, I'm gonna try to at least fix this, that I could have prevented if I were to act differently, right?
Right. Okay.
And yeah, and so that's it. And what did he regret? Yeah, a little bit. He regretted a little bit during initially,
Yeah.
but like he made it there. It was a
He
good moment
did.
for him. Good
Yeah,
moment.
for sure. For sure. It was definitely a big win. Now this is a little more serious question. Um, Kenny has, obviously has a riff with Boyd right now, feels betrayed. And then
Mhm.
if we jump forward to episode 6, Kenny's willing to make a big sacrifice to take Boyd's blood so that Ellis can have clean blood for
Right,
his surgery or procedure.
right.
So do you think Kenny is doing that more for Ellis, his friend
Hmm.
Ellis,
Hmm.
or for his friend Boyd so that his
Hmm.
son can be saved?
I think obviously it's a very layered and intricate situation. I think at the end of the day, despite the ultimate betrayal and ultimate heartbreak between Boyd and Kenny, um, he can't help but have love and revere Boyd. Like
Hmm. Hmm.
it's his surrogate father.
Sure.
I think that's always going to be present. It might toggle and it might change, but um, that's always going to be there. But at the end of the day, I think the whole "give it to me" situation in terms of
Hmm.
taking the worms, um, I think that comes down to the fact that like Kenny has gone through so much in such a short amount of time, and
Right.
I think uh, at some point he's kind of developing a little bit of a not a hero complex, but a little bit of like I will be the town punching bag. Then
Ah, okay.
let me take on the pain. Let me take on the grief.
Hmm.
I don't want you guys to have to deal with this trauma. Similarly, in episode 3, when it's like, let me put Kelly out of her misery. I'll pull the rod out, or I have to
Yeah.
shoot it, whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, all these things are like, let me spare you of this pain and this grief that you're going to have to cope with because I already have enough.
Okay.
I'll absorb all of it.
Right.
So I think it's that. I think he's like, you know what, just make me the
Hmm.
designated, you know, pain receiver or whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Now that's a very interesting take. I like that.
yeah.